Caitlin is just a rookie in the WNBA. Wasn't playing bad, but wasn't playing like she's playing now. If we had to do it all over again, the way that she's playing, she would be in really high consideration of making the team.
The WNBA team simply dominated Team USA. And guess who shined? Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. But wait, there's more to this story. Cheryl Reeve, and the coach of Team USA, had something to say before the game.
Is there any second guessing here about not having Clark on the Olympic team?
From me? No.
Coach, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it looks like someone underestimated the rookie sensation and ended up losing to the WNBA team. By the way, Clark not only played well, she broke the assist record. And Reese? She pulled off a double-double that left everyone stunned. In this video, we're going to break down everything that happened in this epic game. We'll go over the performances of Clark and Reese and how Cheryl Reeve's strategy backfired. There's controversy, records, twists, everything we love about basketball. Let's start by addressing the elephant in the room, Cheryl Reeve. For those who don't know, she is the coach of the USA Olympic team. Days before the All-Star game, Reeve made some pretty controversial statements about Caitlin Clark. But why all the animosity? Well, we don't know exactly, but what we do know is that Clark made history in this All-Star game. Clark set the record with 10 assists for rookies in the All-Star game. That's right, in her first All-Star appearance, she nearly broke a record that many veterans haven't even come close to. Clark showed game vision, precision in passing, and an incredible ability to read the court. She not only distributed the game, but did so in a way that elevated the performance of the entire WNBA team. And you know what's even more impressive? She did all this under enormous pressure. Just imagine her first appearance in the All-Star game after all the controversy with Reeve and with the eyes of the entire basketball world on her. Many people would have crumbled, but Clark shined. This WNBA team's victory not only silenced the critics, but also raised an important question. How can someone with this talent be left out of the Olympics? Clark's performance in the first half of the season was certainly Olympic-worthy. But besides Clark, we have to talk about Angel Reese. While Clark dominated with assists, Reese showed why she is considered one of the most promising rookies in the league. Reese managed an impressive double-double, scoring 12 points and grabbing 11 rebounds. And don't think these were easy rebounds. Many of them came from the attack, with Reese outpacing her opponents and positioning herself perfectly to get the ball. What makes this performance even more notable is that Reese started the game on the bench. She wasn't in the starting lineup, but when she entered the court, she made sure to show why she deserved to be there. Now let's talk about the MVP of the game, Araike Ogunbowale. If Clark and Reese represented the future, Ogunbowale showed that the present of the WNBA is also brilliant. She had a simply spectacular performance, finishing the game with 34 points. But the most impressive part, she made 8 out of 13 three-pointers. That's right, the numbers are impressive on their own, but those who watch the game know they don't tell the whole story. Ogunbowale wasn't just making open shots. She was creating space, doing step backs, and hitting shots from long distance, often with defenders right on her. Her performance was crucial for the WNBA team's victory. Every time Team USA threatened to make a comeback, there she was with a three-pointer to maintain the lead. She didn't just score, she scored at the right moments. Ogunbowale's performance also highlights the depth of talent in the WNBA. We have Clark and Reese representing the future, but we also have players like Ogunbowale showing that the present of the league is in great hands. Want to know more about how these stars are changing the game? Keep watching. Now let's talk about Team USA's performance in the decisions of Coach Cheryl Reeve. Despite their stellar lineup, Team USA couldn't effectively compete against the WNBA team. Players like Breanna Stewart and A'ja Wilson had solid performances. Stewart scored 31 points, and Wilson contributed 22 points and 6 rebounds. But it wasn't enough. The problem seemed to be more in the strategy and team chemistry than in individual talent. Several players seemed lost on the court, and the lack of cohesion was evident, especially when compared to the fluidity of the WNBA team's play. The criticism of Cheryl Reeve was intense after the game. Many questioned her player choices and, more importantly, her decisions during the match. One point of criticism was the lack of tactical adjustments throughout the game. Even with the WNBA team dominating, Reeve seemed reluctant to change her strategy. This contrasted sharply with the flexible and adaptive approach of the WNBA team coach, Cheryl Miller. Think this was a one-off issue? Let's dive deeper. This game raised serious questions about Team USA's preparation for the upcoming Olympics. If they can't dominate an all-star game, how will they fare against well-trained and motivated international teams? The defeat of Team USA is not just a surprising result, it's a wake-up call. It shows that individual talent is not enough. You need strategy, team chemistry, and strong leadership from the coaching staff. The clock is ticking, and the Paris Games are approaching quickly. So, what does all this mean for the future of the WNBA and women's basketball in the USA? We're at a crucial turning point. On one hand, we have Clark and Reese, two rookies who have just proven they can not only compete but dominate on a stage with the best players in the world. They represent a new generation of talent coming to the league with exceptional skills and a winning mentality. On the other hand, we have the established Team USA, led by Cheryl Reeve, who seems to be struggling to adapt to this new reality. The reluctance to recognize and embrace these new talents could cost them dearly in international competitions. The question that hangs in the air is, will Reeve and USA Basketball be able to make the choices that truly represent the best of American women's basketball? Or will we see talents like Clark being left out again for reasons beyond on-court performance? The USA has a tradition of dominance in Olympic women's basketball, but this hegemony could be at risk in the upcoming Olympics if the right decisions are not made. Curious about what could happen next? Stay tuned! This All-Star game may have been just a preview of the drama to come. The tension between the old guard and the new generation, between tradition and innovation, is reaching a boiling point. The outcome of this battle could very well determine the future of women's basketball in the United States and the world. Guys, what we saw in this All-Star game was more than just an exhibition game. It was a glimpse into the future of women's basketball and a warning about the need for change. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese proved that the hype around them is more than justified. They not only competed on par with the veterans, but, in many moments, outperformed them. Clark nearly broke a historic assist record, while Reese dominated the rebounds. Ogunbowale reminded us that the WNBA is full of established talents that continue to evolve and surprise. Her MVP performance was simply spectacular and crucial for the WNBA team's victory. Want to be part of the action? Make sure you're in the loop. On the other hand, the performance of Team USA and Cheryl Reeve's decisions raised serious questions about their preparation for the Paris Olympics. It's time for USA Basketball to reassess their strategies and player selection to ensure they are truly representing the best of American women's basketball. So, what did you think of this All-Star game? Do you think Clark and Reese deserved a chance on the Olympic team, or do you agree with Cheryl Reeve's current approach? Leave your opinions in the comments. I want to know what you, who follow basketball closely, think about all of this. Your insights are super important to enrich this discussion. And if you enjoyed this analysis and want to stay on top of everything happening in the world of women's basketball, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Activate the notification bell too, so you don't miss any videos. The WNBA is going through an incredible moment, and together we can follow and discuss every development in this exciting league. See you in the next video, guys.